Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today it's not about you. This can be a very important thing to realize every now and then, and frankly, I've had to realize it several times throughout my life. One of the times might have been this month when I don't know, I just got into this habit of seeing everything as revolving around me. I was the center of everything for good reasons and for bad reasons. But so I was talking with a friend and they were listening to me rant and everything. And they sort of chuckled and they were like, hey, Jax, everything isn't about you, right? And boy, howdy, was that humbling. And it put me on a step back and just made me think, yeah, it really isn't about me. It's never about me, and it shouldn't be about me. Sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. That's my door alarm. Anyway, yeah, it's really not about me. Just like that. That had nothing to do with me, but it happened. So I think a lot of us have this main character energy or this main character vibe, and it obviously makes sense why we would have this. We are experiencing our lives from start to finish. We wake up in the morning and we are stuck with the internal monologue, talking about ourselves, wondering what we're going to wear, if we're going to shower tonight or in the morning, or do this or do that, go to the gym, go to work, go to school. And it can be really easy to start viewing yourself as this central character, this person that everything is about. I remember when I was younger, I used to think in this very naive way, and I was really young, and I can remember this, that I didn't really think anything happened when I wasn't around. So I kind of just assumed my grandparents would, I don't know, sit in a closet while I was not there. And then when I came to visit them, they would come out of the closet and they'd be all, happy to see me, and we'd do stuff and everything. And then I'd leave and they would just turn off like robots or something. And I thought that about my teachers. I thought that about kind of everybody. And I think as children, you don't have the idea that there are things going on beyond your perception. So as a kid, you just kind of assume, well, if I'm not there, nothing's happening. And eventually you do learn oh no, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's been going on since way before I was born. And it's been going on regardless of if I'm there or if I know about it or if I'm present or if I read about it. Stuff's gonna happen no matter what. And especially with social media, it can be you can fall into this trap of viewing everything from your own lens, viewing everything from your own specific position. And is that healthy? No. Is that productive or helpful in any kind of way? Absolutely not. It really just feeds this sort of ego and this self-identity thing. I don't want to talk too much about ego and self-identity because enough people have talked about it, and heck, I've talked about it. But understanding the concept that it's not about you in so many situations can be really freeing. I've talked about this in the context of Taoism, and I've talked about this in the context of sort of anxiety and social anxiety and things like that. But essentially, if you start to feel like you are too central to life, to everything in general, you start to take things really personally. Unfortunately, I have a friend who really takes everything so incredibly personally, and they think that every little slight, every little comment is a dig, is an insult. They are unable to take a compliment. They're always wondering what this means. Why is this happening to them? And in all honesty, it's really exhausting to be around people that kind of think that they're the center of the universe. It's very exhausting when they seem to just emphasize their self and their feelings, and they talk about self-love and compassion when in reality, they're not actually compassionate. And the self-love that they're engaging in isn't actually love. It's self-obsession and self-importance, which if you've ever been around somebody and you just feel exhausted being around them, they suck all the oxygen out of the room, or if you feel like you're walking on eggshells with them, it's probably because they have an overinflated sense of self-worth and self-privilege, and they take everything so seriously. You can often identify these people by the two things that I just said, or by just simply the ability that they have to turn every conversation to about them, so they might ask like, oh, how's your day going? And you start to sort of explain, your day or this crazy thing that happened or whatever. And they go, oh my gosh, I know, like it's been so hard for me. And then they go on all about themselves. And no matter how much you try and engage in a conversation, a two-way reciprocal conversation, it somehow always comes back to them, and it somehow always comes back to their problems or their focuses or their friends or whatever. And like I said, it's really exhausting to be around somebody who thinks it is all about them. But these people tend to live very difficult and complicated lives. I feel really bad for these people. I try and avoid them, but I also feel really bad because they're the type of people that go out to a mall or something, and maybe a girl will compliment their outfit and they'll take it as an insult. They'll be like, oh, she was like, that was a side comment. That was an insult. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was a genuine compliment. No, I could tell, like she doesn't like me. Like she's a mean girl. No, she's not. She was giving you a compliment and you just couldn't take the compliment because, you need something to talk about and you need something to bounce back and you want me to reassure you that you do look good. All of these things are really textbook when it comes to people who think that they are the center of the universe, that they are, God's gift. And I hate saying that, but it really emphasizes this like struggle within themselves. And a lot of our pop culture and our social media really feeds into this. When you watch a movie, it tends to be from the perspective of one character. And it's very easy to start viewing your life as a movie, viewing your life as this cinematic universe where you are the main character. You are special. You are different. You are the chosen one. And this has a really detrimental effect. Like I said, you take everything as an insult. You don't reciprocate kindness towards others. You focus on all of the things that have cast you down. You become a victim of your own life. You become someone who feels like you've been thrown down by your oppressors and that one day you're going to get your revenge and it's going to be in this great montage at the end of the movie. No, that's not the point. In 100 years, none of us will be here unless we've all been downloaded into computers. But the idea that you are somehow exceptional is dangerous. It's a double-edged sword because you want to have some positivity, you want to have some self-worth, you want to have some compassion for yourself, but you don't want it to escalate and escape into this exceptionalism where you think that somehow you are better than other people or that you are more important or more central to the story. Even a celebrity, even a politician, even these people of well-renowned, of well-known fame, popularity, whatever you want to say, have had and continue to have many moments in their lives where it's not about them. Hopefully, if they're well-adjusted, they will go to a friend's birthday party and they won't make it all about themselves. They will go to friends' weddings. They will go into many... Apologies, it's not about me. They will go into many situations and you will go into so many situations in life where you are not supposed to be the main character. I think this is most present, especially for women, at other girls' weddings. For whatever reason, women somehow are able to, even if they're the most self-centered person on the planet, they're able to go to someone's wedding and be like, no, this isn't about me, this is about the bride. I always find it funny how women never talk about the groom, like it's their special day as well, because like, oh, it's all about the bride, all the dress, the cake, the arrangements, the florals, whatever. But, you should treat life like you're at a wedding and it's not your wedding, Be kind, be respectful, have good conversations. Feel free to put your heart out there and talk to the old lady sitting at the table by herself. You might end up learning a really cool story about your friends that you never know. And just have that kind of dignity and realize that, oh, it's not about me today. Like I look great. I look great. I have an awesome date. I have a great family, but it's not about me today. It's about other people. It's about trying to lift everyone up. It's trying to just enjoy yourself, enjoy the food. Hopefully you ordered something great. You went for the chicken, not the fish, whatever. But if you act as though you are just at someone else's wedding and that kind of mentality, it's not only super attractive that other people will pick up on and be like, oh my gosh, they were so delightful to like hang out with. I want to do that again. Not only that, but it gives you a much healthier perspective. You're not on your guard. You're not looking for the worst in people. You're looking for the best in people. You're hoping for the best. And all of these factors combine to really like make your life far more enjoyable than if you were feeling like the main character, you know, the bride at the end of the wedding that finds out that her husband is secretly engaged to another man, and it's all very dramatic and, oh, tragic me, oh my gosh, I am the victim. That's really never the way to embrace life or to enjoy everything that you do in your life. Feel like a very humble guest. You know, we're not here for long. None of us are here for long. Enjoy while it is. Be charming, interested, you know, fascinated by other people, curious, and you will have a good time. And every now and then, you do have to tell yourself, hey, it's not about me, because it never really is. So it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about, you know, any specific person. It's about all of us and our shared experience. So with that funky sort of hippie kumbaya message, I hope you have a beautiful day, week, month, year, whatever you're having. I really, really hope it's amazing. I hope you're doing well. Leave comments and messages of whatever you'd like in the comments down below. It's a safe place. I know a lot of people get mad when they hear like, oh, it's a safe place, but it is. It should be. It should be an uplifting place where people encourage each other and chat. And so far, that's what I've seen. So thank you so much for listening. And as always, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow.